Hello Udemy, I am Shahzad Ahmad from Shakespeare.com and welcome in lecture number 2nd. Today we are going to discuss about the CSS syntax. That means how CSS syntax works or how CSS works. So first of all, a CSS rule set consists of a selector and a declaration block. How? For suppose you have your selector and then you have your block. So you have your selector, you always have a block of code or declaration block. So how can you create your selector? Class is a selector, or you can h1 is a selector, or p is a selector, or div is a selector. So these are the selectors or HTML selectors. We will discuss about the class, ID and HTML selectors in our later lectures, but for now you always write HTML. So this is the selector. That means you are hitting all the h1s on your home page and you are assigning the styling, or you are adding some styling. So how can you add the style, or how can you declare the block? First of all, you have your property, colon and your value. So this is your block. Okay, so you always use a specific property and the value. So this is the key pair value. So this is the key and this is the value. Don't worry, this is the property and this is the value. So how can you write that? For suppose I'm saying, okay, so property and value. Okay, now what is the property? For suppose I'm saying color is a property, and what is the value? I'm saying red. You can also say green, you can also say black, white. It's totally depend upon you, but for now this is your selector, this is your property, and this is your value. And from this curly braces to this curly braces, this is the declaration block. You can add multiple property and values by adding the colon. For suppose this is the one property and value. For suppose if I'm going to add the background is also a property, and the value colon value, you have to add colon and then your value. For suppose I'm saying white, that means I'm going to add two properties with one single element or on one single element. So it's totally depend upon you and your need. For suppose open your browsers, the Firefox, and type your Shakespeare.com. So now as you can see, it's currently showing the background color. So how it's showing? Right click, inspect element, right click, and this is the inspect element. And now, so as you can see, it's showing us these are the values. Okay, so in this way you can define your values on your page. So I think this is enough for today. In the next lecture we are going to cover some basics from the CSS. Thank you for watching.